Welcome back to the channel. Last week we got the front end on our tractor. It's now rolling. If you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. We're going to keep going on the tractor today, so stay tuned. I'm going to start mocking the hood up, the grill, and trying to get everything to fit. But before I can do that, I think I got to get the exhaust kind of where we want it. And then Dylan's going to start taking the front end apart. We just need the start button.
Switches, the kill switch, and I'm gonna go through all this wiring, see what we need and what we don't need, get it cleaned up, and go from there.
The problem with our hood is it fits in the back, but because our motor's way wider than our original motor, I have to somehow make the front a little bit wider. But I want to leave the back so it lines up with the original tractor. So my idea is I'm going to cut it straight down the middle, probably along here, and then bend the sides out, and then it'll end up looking like a triangle in here, and then fill the triangle in with a piece of sheet metal.
Today I'm going to start going through this mess of wiring. I have to pull the ignition and some switches off the original front end from the bike, and hopefully I can get this laid out, cut out what we don't need, and see how far I can get to close to getting it running.
So now what I should be able to do, put this back on the front, and I can stretch these sides out like this to clear our frame, pick my height, even it out a little bit, and then I'll have to fill in the middle.
I got the ignition out of the front end of the bike. We're gonna try and mount it where the original ignition was. I took it out off camera. I gotta widen this hole a little bit so that it'll fit in. So I got a hole saw attached to the drill, but I can't get it in because the steering wheel's in the way. So we'll pull that off and then get that drilled out and get this mounted.
Okay, we've got the hood where we want it. We put some strips of metal in. Dylan started working on the electrical. He's got the ignition in.
I'm gonna start cutting these wires open next. Vince has to tackle the grill now, which is our next big hurdle.
So the grill is a little bit narrower than the front end now. My next step is to make this grill match the front of this tractor. I've cut the grill up now and got it tucked into the tractor. We're really debating on whether we fill this in with metal or I'm thinking we go with lights here. We still got to figure out where our exhaust is coming out. I don't want to widen the grill. It just wouldn't look right. I like the old Ford sticker. So we're really torn on this. But we're going to put the exhaust on now, see how far it comes out, and see where the grill can sit. It's the next Saturday. I'm going to keep going on the tractor, but Dylan's going to switch gears and he's going to start wiring the shovelhead project because we want to get that project back up and going again. It's been a while since we worked on it, and the spring's going to come fast. So we both can't be doing what we want to be doing on the tractor. It's kind of, I need the hood and everything on for fabrication, so Dylan can't be working on the motor. So he's going to be working on this. We've got this chunk of metal out of our, what used to be the battery tray under the hood there. But it'll end up working out quite nicely here to mount the grill to. I gotta put it in here, pick where I want the grill, and then we'll end up bolting it through here. This one we're actually gonna bolt because I do want the grill to be removable. And then I'll have to figure out how to attach it up here, but I gotta figure out how to attach the hood up here anyway, which will probably just end up running bar from here to here, which also secures the frame. I've got the grill bolted in with just one bolt right now. I want to start getting the frame all tied together here, which we're going to run square tubing up from here and over to here, and then angle iron across so we can tie our grill in up here. and possibly our hood, either there or on the sides. I've got everything welded up now. We changed the plans up a little bit and shortened this angle iron to come back into the tractor more. It just looks better that way. So instead of mounting the grill to the angle iron, I'm just going to build tabs that come off of here now and down to the angle iron. But this is now caged in the motor and it's sturdied some stuff up, and it'll give it a little bit more protection if and when we ever roll this thing. Spent the majority of my morning looking at wiring diagrams and taking controls apart. We bought aftermarket switches, which is not the same wiring colors as Harley, so I had to take it apart, figure out which wire feeds what input, and then start labeling it on this end. And then I went through our wiring diagram for the NAMS wiring harness we got, found out what feeds it on each end, and then we had these connectors, which are 6-pin Deutsch connectors. I think I'm saying that right. Deutsch, something. And now they just plug and play together so that we can hide these under the tank, and our controllers are up here and we don't have to worry about if we ever have to take them off. Grill's in, the headlights are on now. They're not wired up yet, but everything's mounted. The hood fits nice. From here, we're gonna switch gears. There's a lot of stuff on this tractor that's very tedious to finish it up, and it's gonna take us a lot of time. But we're also nearing the end of December, and we only got so many months before we're back onto riding season. Our next video will be on this shovel head, and the next few actually will be getting this done and completed. We want to get it rolling and out the door so that we can ride it in the spring. So yeah, just a little shift. Instead of working on this, you still will get updates on this. We will be plucking away at it. We're still going to work on the tractor. It's still going to be in the background. It's still going to be here. But we want to get this done. Yeah. So that's it for this week. Next week you'll see us working on this this shovel head again. Hopefully we get it done as quick as possible. Give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you next week.